Good evening, guys. Let's wait for 2 minutes, then we are going to start. Am I audible now? Today, any issues? Please put up thumb. Okay, am I audible? Nice. Let's wait for 2 minutes, then we are going to start very important point, that is the RAG. Okay. Okay, guys. We are going to start now. Let me share my screen. Okay. I hope my screen is visible, everyone. Are you able to see my screen? Please put up thumb as acknowledgement. Okay, thank you. Okay, so last time we have seen about the line chain. Okay, line chain we have seen. Okay, now there is a new topic and very advanced, and in the interview they will ask you another question, that is a line graph. Okay, this is a advanced version of line chain. Yes, line graph, it is the advanced version of the line chain. We can say line graph is built top of the line chain. Okay, so we can say how this works. So we can see the comparatively study. Guys, we are seeing only theoretical part, but if you develop any application by using line chain and line graph, then you will get more understanding. Okay, now we are going to see just summary or overview what is the line chain and line graph. That concept we need to learn about. What is the line chain now? Line chain, this is simply we can say it is a chain based net chain. It is a chain based framework. Okay, it means it is simply that day we have seen that in line chain, this chain means they have a sequential framework, means step by step pipelines. Okay, step by step we can say. This is the framework for the line chain. But if you see in the line graph, it is based on workflows. It is based on workflows. Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay. Okay. Lang graph. Lang graph. What is this Lang graph? Lang graph is simply, it is a flow chart. Okay. This is not a chain. This is a workflow. We can say it is a workflows and flow chart. Means if you see in the Lang graph, we have nodes. Here we are using tools. Here we are using nodes. We can say edges also. So nodes we are using in the Lang graph. It means if you see the in 11th, 12th or in some graduation, we have seen what is the flow chart. Okay, flow chart, it is also step by step only, but here we are not using any tools. We are using nodes in the Lang graph. Okay, we will see this in detail. Okay, uh, but why we required basically, why we required a Lang graph? If we have Lang chain, why will require a Lang graph? That is the question. So Lang chains are sequential. Okay, Lang chains are the sequential, and it has limited control flow. Means if you say it has some limitations, limited control. You cannot create a long chain. Okay, you cannot create a long chain. You have some limited. You can reach up to 10 chain, 11 means you can make how many steps in a chain? Either 10, 11, 12, not more than that. Okay, so that is the limitation. It is a limited control flow. But if you see in the flow chart, there is no limitations. Means if in certain scenario, if we have complex problem, complex prompt, at that time, if you build your model by using line graph, that is not that much difficult as LangChain. If you see in LangChain, we have too much. If you see, we have lots of the steps. If we see, we have lots of steps we cannot add in the LangChain, but here in LangGraph, there is no such types of limitations. Okay, and here in LangGraph, it supports the loops. We can say it's branching, memory, and then multi-agent system. Now, when we say this, if you remember, memory, this part I have taken thoroughly that day. In LangChain, they are not storing the interaction part. They are not storing the interaction part. And this is the main problem for the LLMs. But LangGraph, they have solved this memory issue and there is no memory issues at all. So they can store the interactions also. If you provide multiple prompts and if you ask them what is the if you want to take a reference for your first prompt, then they can take it. So LangGraph is solving your memory issue. So this is something comparatively study. I know this is very short overview, but at the real sessions when we are going to learn this, I'm going to take one project on LangGraph and one project on LangChain. These are the separate projects we are going to take. Then you will get thoroughly understand how to develop the project or how to develop the application by using LangChain, how to develop the application by using LangGraph. Okay, there are two separate projects we are going to take in our regular sessions. Okay. By the way, our regular sessions is going to start on the first week of the May. Okay. Just keep in mind and please contact our admin team. Second thing, now we are going to see very, very important topic, that is the RAG. Okay. RAG. What is meant by RAG? That is a retrieval augmented generation. Very, very important concept. RAG. Retrieval augmented generation. When you say retrieval augmented generation, why we require the retrieval augmented generation? Now tell me one thing, okay? If you purchase any order from the, suppose if you purchase any order from the Amazon or any website, you can say Flipkart or any other thing, okay? If you buy a product from Amazon, okay? We can say any laptop, we can say you have purchased the laptop. So, and unfortunately, this laptop is whatever the laptop you got, that has some defects. Okay, that keyboard or something is not working, and you want to make it return. Okay, you want to make it return to Amazon. Now, what happens when you're going to return? You will get some ID, return ID or product ID with this laptop. Now, when you will inquire to the Amazon, okay, suppose Amazon has their own chatbots. Amazon has their own chatbots. Now, tell me one thing, when you are using the Amazon chatbot, okay, or we can say if you using normal chat GPT here, normal chat GPT, guys, don't do anything, huh? Don't write anything here. I'm trying to Oppo guys still here. Oppo, please you can admit. Kiran ma'am, are you there? Okay. So what happened when you say, suppose Amazon having their own chat, and now what happened? You are using, suppose if you don't have Amazon chatbot, you are using normal chat GPT. This is your GPT model, and you are asking, hey GPT, tell me when my product is going to return. Means when that person will come to pick up my delivery. Okay, when my product is going to pick up. Now tell me, if GPT doesn't know anything about the Amazon policy, is GPT is able to answer your question? If Amazon doesn't know any idea about your Amazon information or Amazon policies about the returns or something else, are they are going to give you a proper result or accurate result? You can put up your answer yes or no in chat box. If your LLM doesn't know any policy, written policy about the Amazon, are they give us a proper result? No. Of course, no, because they don't know anything about the Amazon return policy, because Amazon not disclose their return policy to ChatGPT. And this is the problem now where we required RAG. So what RAG will do? Suppose Amazon has their own application, or if they are using the LLM like a chat GPT, what they will do, they will create one document, or they will store some data in some database or some PDF. Uh, They will store their data in database, or we can say in PDF format. What they will do, they will store that data in the document format or in database format. Now, what RAG will do? RAG means retrieval augmented generation. So when user is going to provide the prompt, okay, when user is going to provide the prompt, this prompt is going to store at what? Your first, this prompt is going to convert it at into the tokens. Yes, token means what? This prompt is converted it into the chunks, then it is going to the embedding part, that is tokens. We already in this part, what is the token and what is the chunk. Okay. Now, this prompt, when you it will search in LLM. What it will do? First, LLM will search in their database. Is any data is related to this return policy? If they are not getting the data, then what happened? The prompts and these tokens, whatever the embeddings they are getting from the users, what they will do? They will search the related information, similarity. They will check the similar information in their vector DB. Where? Vector DB. When they will get some information, what they will do? They will retrieve the data from the documentation. And once they got this data, they will pull the data, and this data they will provide to the LLM. Now, what the LLM will do? LLM will restructure your information, or we can say regenerate, restructure, or we can say generate the information or answer, and then they will provide you a response. It means for getting the answers of the particular organization or particular query, for which is not having, means we can say publicly access, that information we can provide to the LLM. And LLM, what LLM will do? LLM will read all this data, PDF format or vector DB format data in the basis of the chunks. It will read everything as per the user prompt. They will converted that total prompt is converted it into the chunks, and they will retrieve the data, and then they will give the response about the your prompt. And this is how that the prompts is this RAG is going to work. It is very important concept. So why we require the RAG? So RAG is nothing but we will get the RAG will improve the accuracy. Okay, RAG will improve the accuracy, and for that reason only we will require the RAG. Okay, why we require RAG? For getting the accuracy. We can also see that it is avoid hallucination. Hallucination. This is again interview question, right? What is a hallucination? Hallucination means if your chat GPT will answer your prompt, if your chat GPT will answer your question very confidently, but that answer, whatever the LLM is going to provide you, that is totally wrong. But still, the LLM is very confident, and they are saying this is the answer. But actually, that is the wrong answer, and that is a hallucination. Hallucination means what? If your LLM is not going to provide the proper answer, they are providing irrelevant data, irrelevant information about your prompt. that is a hallucination. So by using the RAG, we can remove, we can avoid hallucination. This is one of the very important interview question. In most of the interview question, they will ask you what is a hallucination. Hallucination is the concept which in the AI, what is the concept here? That the LLM is going to answer your prompt, okay, with irrelevant data. That is a hallucination. In simple language, understood now? What is the hallucination? Why we require the RAG, right? Please put up a thumb. Okay. Are you understood now? What is the RAG? Okay. So let's do some little summary about the RAG. Okay. Okay. I'm going to give you some basic information about the RAG now. RAG is some. What is the full form of the RAG? It is a retrieval augmented generation. It is a retrieval augmented generation. It is a AI framework that improves the LLM accuracy. It improves LLM accuracy. Okay. Now, how we can improve this accuracy? So they are fetching data from external sources like PDF, database, or any other type of documentation. Okay, they are going to fetching the data from external sources like PDF, database, and different types of sources. Okay, this is all about the RAG. Understood now? RAG. Now we will see about the architecture of the RAG. Means what are the steps we required. So steps we required, we will see the architecture of the RAG. Okay, this is very important again. What is the architecture? Again, this point is theoretically we have taken. Again, at the time of if you join our regular session, one project I am going to take it about one this RAG in detail. Okay, we will see practically how RAG is implementing and how the Gen AI will use. Means how in the application we will use some documentation. Then I will show you practically how the RAG is useful in the AI part. Now we will see the architecture, how exactly it is working. So you will get some idea. Now in the architecture, you can say you need to provide some raw data first. Once you provide the raw data, what is the next step? It converted raw data into the chunking. Chunking means what? Chunking means your data is going to split. Data is going to split on the different chunking has a different weight. Okay, fixed chunking, fixed size chunking. Okay, paragraph based chunking, smart based chunking. There are different types of chunkings are there. Chunking methods are there. Then I will show you what are the chunking. Okay, we will take this concept after this architecture. But raw data, when you are providing a raw data to the LLM, it is not directly, your LLM will not read all the document or all the raw data at once. So for LLM, what you need to do, you need to split, to put up your data in step by step. It is very similar way. If you take your book, can you read entire book in 1 hour? Right? It is not possible, right? Because if I will provide you 400 pages book, I will ask you, please read it at once. It is not possible, right? So same thing in a RAG, in a LLM also. What we need to do here, in suppose it is a 400 pages, we need to providing. Suppose if I use this method, fixed site chunks. So what I will do, this 400 page. Suppose if I put the fixed size is 1000, means my first chunk is of 1000. Now my second chunk will not start from 1001. No. If I will start from here, then suppose in between 1000 and 1001, there is some information in this 1000 and there is some information in 1001. So what we need to do here, I need to make some overlapping. It means, suppose I am overlapping the 200 words. 200 words. So what I can do, my second chunk will start from 801. So I am simply keeping that 200 words as a overlap. Overlap means what? Suppose these are the 200, 1000 word. So I will put up my second chunk. My second chunk will be start from this. This is my second chunk. And this is my first chunk. Now what happened? Because of this 200 word, it is taking some information about, means it has some context about first one, right? It will store some context about your previous chunk. And for that reason, we required chunk overlapping. There is this question interviewer will ask you, why you required overlap? So because to store the context of earlier chunk, we required some overlapping. I hope you got this concept. Understood now? What chunk overlapping and chunking? Please put a thumb if yes, right? If no, I can repeat one more time. Are you getting now? Yes, guys? What is meant by chunk? What is meant by chunk overlapping? No, you are not getting, because I'm not seeing any thumb here. Okay. So chunking is nothing but what? Okay. Chunk means what? You are simply split your different pages it into the in fixed types of words. Okay. Earlier I told you that if you have 400 pages, so your LLM will not read these 400 pages at once. So what happened? These 400 pages, they will read one by one. So at first time, they will, so how we can do this? So we can split these 400 pages it into different chunks. This is suppose chunk 1, this is chunk 2, this is chunk 3, this is chunk 4, this is chunk 5, and lots of. So like this, I will not give all the 400 pages at once to the LLM. How I can do? I can simply split my data into the different chunks. So there are different method for the chunks, but one is very famous method. We can say it is a fixed size chunks. Now, when you say fixed size chunk, it means You are designing your chunk by providing fixed size. When you say fixed size, means if you say it is I 1000 words in the chunk, you want 1000 words in every chunk. Now what happened? You are these 400 pages that is divided it into the different chunks. Okay. So first 1000 word in your first chunk. At the time of second chunk, suppose at the time of second chunk, it will not start from 1001. Why? Because if you start from 1001, it might be chances, or it might be issues that some information, it is a huge information. So some information in this 1000 word and some information in 1000 words. Now, if someone is providing you the prompt, so they will give you answer on only this bit, only this chunk, and which is say partial information. So this is not sufficient information. Why? Because 50% information suppose we have in chunk one. Yes. So for that we required overlapping. So what happened in the overlapping? In the overlapping, what we can do, suppose we have overlapping for the 200. Okay. So my second chunk will be start from 801. Okay. Now at the third time, when my third chunk will design, from what my third chunk will be start? Tell me now. Tell me now. When my third chunk will be start? If my second chunk is what? Now it is a 1800. Suppose it is a 1800 now. 1800 words. So C3 will start from what? 1801. Same thing at C4, add 800. So we can say 2401. And in this way, we require chunking. So there are various types of the chunking methods. Okay. So this is the chunking. I hope now it's clear. Are you clear now, guys? Yes? Okay, thank you. Now, this is about the chunking. Okay. Now, okay, please come back here to our picture. Oh, shit. I need to do this again. Okay, I will do that. So, here I'm writing again raw data. After getting a raw data is converted into what? Chunks. After chunks, this chunks, whatever the chunks will form, that will stored in the form of embedding. Now, what is the embedding? I have already taken this concept earlier. If you remember, what is the chunks? What is the embedding? Embedding means whatever the chunks you have developed, that textual text information is converted into what? Numbers. Means it is simply whatever the text information you have, that is simply converted it into the numbers, and that is your embedding. So where this embedding is going to store it into the vector DB. I told you earlier, what is a vector DB? That is the chroma. Okay, what are the, you cannot store this embedding in normal SQL database. Okay, you required something different database like chroma data, chroma, or you can say pine code. I think what's the name? I really forgot that. VV8 is another example, and pinecone. Sorry, pinecone. Yeah, pinecone. Pinecone is a vector DB. So these are some vector DB examples. So after getting the embedding, that that is going to store it into the what? Your store into the vector DB. After getting stored your vector DB, what is the next step? Your you will the user query, it will check whatever the user query you will get, that it will check. After getting a user query, it is simply this query also getting to embedding. Embedding means your, suppose whatever the query, whatever the prompt you are putting down, that prompt is converted it into the numerical information. And now once your prompt is getting embedding, then it will search into the database, vector DB. After searching into the this, okay. So how, on what basis they are searching? Cosine similarity, very very important. Now what is the cosine similarity? Right now I will not explain you because this is a long concept. We will discuss at the time of regular session. But they will check the similarity, that is the cosine similarity, and once they will get the information, they are simply retrieve the data. And once they are getting a retrieve the data, now what happened? They will add your prompt and your data both, and your LLM, what it will do? It will generate the response, generate, or we can say restructure response, and then they will give you answer. So this is the RAG. This is the These are the steps we are going to follow in the practically. Okay, how we can use RAG in real time scenario? So in first step, we require raw data. On raw data, we are going to split this raw data into the different chunks. When you get the chunks, that is going to converted it into the embeddings. This embedding is going to store into the vector database. And once you get the vector database, suppose if user is going to put down some prompt, that prompt is again going to embedding, and then this prompt, whatever the prompts user has sent, so they will search into the database that what is this prompt is related to. So they will check what information you will require, then they will retrieve the data, and this data and prompt, they will send it into the LLM, and then LLM will generate the response, and they will get back to you with the answer. So this is the steps they are going to follow every time. If you provide some information, then this LLM will retrieve your data as per your whatever the information you have provided it into the documentation. They will search what is your prompt, they will read each and every line, they will check everything, and then they will give you answer. Okay, so this is all about the RAG, right? Just take the screenshot, give me 1 minute. Okay, so any doubt in the RAG now? Are you getting RAG concept thoroughly? Guys, at least put up one thumb if you got the RAG. No one is getting RAG, huh? Oh, fine. Only one student. Other student, no? Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Okay, no worries. So this is all about the RAG. But when you see practically, okay, it's very interesting because there is a information how to convert this data into the different chunks. We need to we need to import some library. We need to convert this information into the different chunks. We need to also use the chunks overlapping. All these concepts are we are going to take this in our regular session. Okay. So guys, if you have any doubt, please ask and please fill your attendance form right now. So I have that attendance form is available in the chat box. Please use that link to fill your attendance form. And if you have any doubt regarding the RAG, please ask. No doubt you have. All is well. Please fill your attendance form. Tomorrow we are going to connect at same time, 7:30. Okay. Because I have some calls at that time. So please join 7:30 tomorrow. Tomorrow we will see some new concepts. I will tell you. Okay, comparatively study we will see like line chain, line graph. So we will see tomorrow the new concept. Okay, if you have any doubt, attendance link already sent, right? If you check the chat box, they have a Shruti already sent you guys. Please check to please fill the attendance form. So if it's possible, could you please send one more time? Achha, sorry, let me show. Also, okay, yeah. Attendance link I have is overlapping is better. Approximation of data. Yeah. See, overlapping is the one technique to take to store the context. If you not do the overlapping, context earlier, whatever the information you have provided in the first chunk, so how you will make the connection between first chunk and second chunk. So overlapping is a better approach and we can connect the different chunks to the overlapping. That's why we require the overlap. Okay. It simply we can say it is a connection. Yeah. It is simply connection, right? If you have any doubt, please ask or please fill that attendance form. Tomorrow we are going to join at 7:30. Okay. Please be. Thank you, Venkata. And please review us how your sessions will like. So are you like these sessions or not? Please fill the review session review form has been filled. I link that I already put down in the chat box. Please fill that form, guys. Thanks, Venkata. So our regular sessions, our batch is going to start in the first week of the May. Please contact our admin team. Shruti, if possible, please put down some contact number also. So they will contact you. Yeah. Guys, if you remember, okay, one thing I need to tell you that Microsoft, Oracle, if you read today's news is there, so they are going to lay off. Okay. For who don't know AI. Okay. So now you can see AI is not option. AI is a need of this new era. You need to learn it and you need good teacher also. When you are going to scale yourself, you should know this concept thoroughly. And if you join if you join online courses and all these things, they never clear your doubts because there are small pointers are there, and these pointers will confuse you later on. And the in the interviewer, they will ask you some googly questions, and you are not able to these types of questions, how to face some scenario based questions, how to suppose if you build some RAG project or LangChain, LangGraph project actually at your end. So you will get everything, every small idea you will get. But online, these people are simply ignore these all these things. So means if you connect live sessions and if you ask some doubts, whatever in your mind, I'm simply clearing your doubt. So your GenAI concept will clear into it. And now this is the need of this era. If you not scale up 101%, after 2 years, 3 years, you will see you will be out of the market. To be honest, it is a truth, guys. I'm not scaring you. You just read today's article. Okay, Microsoft, Google, and these companies are going to lay off if you don't know AI. This is very important. Try to understand. Don't wait. Just register yourself. Try to try to study from today only. Okay. So still, if you have any doubt, please ask. Sessions review link already shared in the chat box. If you have any doubt, please fill this session review form. Tomorrow we are going to start at 7:30. Thanks, man. No, no. The main problem is what today means. See, this is very short period sessions. We have taken only 15 days. But when you join the real sessions, okay, our batch is 4.5 months batch. So in the 4.5 month batch, we are cover each and every session with a practical. So when practical you will do in front of me, I will give you assignment, and if I in the sessions only, I will give you small assignment in the session. So I will ask you what is the answer, what answer you will get. So time you will automatically hands-on is happening. Okay. Suppose if I create a LangChain or LangGraph project, and similar kind of project I will give you to develop in the live session only. That time you will realize, oh sir, I'm able to design this application end to end. This is so easy. So in this way, the how the teaching way, and so I am clearing your concept thoroughly first. Then second approach is I am doing practically. And after my practical, I will ask you to develop in the class only. So automatically you will get a hands-on. So there is no way to leave any concept anywhere. So that's why we required 4.5 months or 5 months to complete this all this Gen AI stuff. Okay. Because if you see in Python also, we have taken only one sessions in the Python, right? Pandas, NumPy, we have not seen thoroughly. So in Gen AI, I will take Python also from end to end. So if you don't know coding anything else, there is also absolutely fine. I will take care all these things. Okay. Our first batch, our first in the sense, sorry, our new batch is going to start from the May first week. Already our batches is going on for the data science. If you see just now, I have shown you this coding. Okay. Where is it? Yeah. See, this is a machine learning algorithm I taught to student. And now my student is going to develop the machine learning models, guys. To be honest, they are developing model within a 5 minutes. If you want, tomorrow I will tomorrow at the end, I will ask my 2, 3 students to join this batch. They will give you guidance that how they are to develop this, design this machine learning model. If you join online any the different or somewhere, okay, 101% you will not get hands-on. I know how these people are they are just collecting your money, they are simply wasting your time. That's it. But here, if you see these Learnomates taking a efforts to take 15 days free program, they are giving you some concept freely. Now, if you understand these things, then you 101% they are asking to join us because we know what is the quality education we are going to provide. And we know how many students we have already placed in good organization. So that's why we are telling you this is the need guys now. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Venkata. So guys, please hurry and please take admission if you want. Our batch is going to start from the first week of the May. Okay. So please fill the review form and attendance form. If you have any question, please ask. Otherwise, we can join by tomorrow at 7:30. Okay, guys. If you don't have any question, then thank you very much. I'm going to wrap. And then Nirusha, Databricks, yes, Databricks is good. How GenAI is related to AI, but 101% if you know Python, then and then only you can write a code in the Databricks. Databricks is nothing but that is a notebooks. Okay. I am also earlier before GenAI, I was a data engineer. So I know. So for Databricks, there are the notebooks in Azure. Okay. So that Databricks, you need to write a code. And if you know data Python, then and then only you can write a Databricks notebook. Then only you can write. And if you know Python, if you know Databricks, okay, so you know how to extract the data. Then after loading a data, you can develop the application also. So this is just one flow. So everywhere you can see GenAI is compulsory everywhere. And that's why these programs, if you see everywhere, lots of students are going to join. They want to join because of this quality. I hope, Nirusha, you got your answer. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, guys. So we will connect tomorrow. Thanks. Thank you.